Yo, what's going on, y'all? You're back. You're listening to Occupy the Media. I'm your host, Paco. I want to thank you if you're tuning in. Today is, Thursday, May the 10th. And if you're listening last hour, we just played some clips, Ron Paul on CNN and Cavuto here recently, in case you missed that. And we jumped into some headlines. I got this headlines I want to jump into right now. Where are we at here? Okay, is the RNC polling Michigan convention delegates? Yes, that's right. They're calling the delegates now, asking them who they're going to vote for. Okay, so let's see. This is at WashingtonExaminer.com. Is RNC polling Michigan convention delegates? This was out yesterday. Let's see. Someone is paying for calls to Michigan Republican convention delegates asking who they will vote for this weekend, but it is unclear who is paying for the calls. A Michigan Republican convention delegate has provided the Washington Examiner audio of a call purportedly from a national call center in Nevada and paid for by the RNC. The caller first asked who the respondent is planning to vote for to attend the Republican National Convention in August. Quote, delegates committed to Mitt Romney, Ron Paul, or uncommitted, unquote. The caller then asked who the respondent will be voting for in the races for national committeemen and committeewomen. After these questions, the respondent asked, and you said this call is from the Republican National Committee? Now here goes a little back and forth. The caller says, yes, sir, I am calling on behalf of the RNC. The respondent says, so the RNC paid for this call? The caller says, yes. The respondent says, where are you calling from right now? The caller says, right now I am calling from a national calling center in Nevada. Respondent said, but are you calling on behalf of the RNC committee? The Republican National Committee? The caller says, yes, I am. The Republican National Committee has denied paying for any such calls. The incident comes after Ron Paul recently won. They lying. Let me tell you something. The people on the front line, and these are people that do the dirty work for the 1%, in this case, the RNC. They're probably just an average worker, got hired just to do a regular job. Who knows? But I'm more likely to believe them because they're more likely to spill the truth than the RNC is. It's the same thing. I used to work for Bank of America, man. And we used to call accounts that were not Bank of America accounts. And we were not allowed to tell customers that we were from Bank of America. And somehow the bank try to get it across to us that this is okay, that this is legal. And I had to raise my hand one time in the middle of a meeting and say, so you're basically telling us to lie to the customers. And they didn't like me saying that. They didn't like that. They're like, no, that's not what we're saying. No, that is what you're saying, man. So if a customer calls in, they think they're talking to Bass Pro Shops or American Express or whatever, the NFL card, Major League Base, all these cards that people are calling in for, and they have no idea that all of these creditors give Bank of America their debts, and they have Bank of America call on them. And that's what we're doing. We're calling people that have nothing to do with Bank of America, and they think they're talking to their creditor, and we're not able to tell them that we're from Bank of America. So I mean, in this case, this person that was on the phone just came out and said, yeah, I'm with the RNC, and she probably wasn't supposed to. Who knows? But it's more shenanigans, man. More shenanigans. And do we ever get any attention in regards to these shenanigans? No. Only pro-Ron Paul websites pretty much will talk about this. And let us do one thing. Let us do one thing wrong. Let one person act out. Let one person throw something or do something crazy. It's all over the news. Ron Paul's destroyed. Supporters destroyed. It'll be all over. But they do all these things. Nothing. All we got is Ben Swann talking for us. And Ben Swann hasn't came out and endorsed Ron Paul. So we don't even know if he's a Ron Paul supporter. But at least he's the only one that is giving us recognition and letting people know what exactly is going on. Okay, let's see here. All right, so what else do we got going on here? Let's see what other headlines I want to jump into. Okay, Mitt Romney won popular vote Tuesday, but Ron Paul will control more delegates in November. I think I want to get into that one in the next segment. I want to jump to this other one. Let's see here. Yes, there's a new poll out. A new poll that says at a new high, people. Let's see. Hold on. Let me pull it up before I say it. U.S. opposition to Afghan war hits a new high. A new AP poll is showing that the trend of opposition to the Afghan war continues, with an overwhelming 66% of Americans now opposed to the conflict, with only 8% of Americans remaining strongly in support of it. Oh, and by the way, I got Fox News on. Mitt Romney, they're just showing a picture of Mitt Romney with no crowd, nobody behind him. You ain't got no real support, son. Okay, the AP compared the poll to a late 1971 poll on the Vietnam War, which shows 65% of Americans opposed to continuing that war. But while the U.S. was slowly beginning its withdrawal from Vietnam at that time, President Obama is just 1 week off of signing a deal to keep U.S. troops occupying Afghanistan through 2024. Don't come up to me and tell me Obama's for change. Don't try to tell me ish about Obama. If you ain't seeing through it now, that's your fault, man. It's on you. Obama is just another pro-war candidate, no different whatsoever from any of these other Republicans or Democrats that's been in office or presidents or whatever. All right, what else we got going on? Let's see here. U.S. Here we go. U.S. admits killing innocent Afghan family in airstrike. So, yeah. Well, killing more families, but we don't know why they want to kill us, though. They just want to kill us because we're free, not because we're killing their families. What is this? The U.S. military has claimed responsibility for an airstrike that killed 6 innocent members of a family in southwestern Afghanistan and pledged a formal apology would be forthcoming. The attack took place on Friday and was revealed publicly by the governor of Helmand province, Muhammad Gulab Mangal, on Monday. The U.S. almost immediately confirmed Mangal's accusation, which makes it seem like they knew about it before he went public. The episode raised questions about how many such cases of civilian killings the U.S. military commits in Afghanistan that aren't investigated and brought to light by corrupt and inept Afghan authorities. In fact, a spokesman for the U.S. military in Helmand, after admitting to Mangal's charges, said American officials had been aware of the civilian deaths and claimed an investigation had been initiated. But the people of Afghanistan and the United States were kept in the dark. The victims include a mother, her 5 children. That's 3 girls and 2 boys. I know they're Afghanistan, people from Afghanistan and people from Iraq, and we're not supposed to care about them. I know they're not Americans and their lives aren't more important than us. I know, but for some reason, I still care. And everybody needs to care, man. It's sad to hear stuff like that, man. Rest in peace to the mother and the kids. And I mean, what would you do if you just lost your mom and 5 of your siblings? I mean, what in the world? When is this going to stop? How many more people? And these same people want to bring up the tragedies that happened with Hitler and then over in Germany. What are we doing now? We're doing a Holocaust now. When you can get shot and killed in your own home, shot and killed by troops, all this, what is it? This is the new Nazis. We're going up in every country, just killing people. We got rebels in Syria, rebels in Libya. Oh, man. CIA is getting involved everywhere, causing a mess. We got drone attacks popping on Pakistan, hitting Libya, hitting Yemen. I mean, before you know it, man, everybody in the world is going to get on a plane or get on a boat and come over here and put us straight and get us in line. And I don't just blame government officials and people that's doing all this. The American public has something to blame, too, because we allowed this to happen. We let this go on for how long now? Has the Iraq war and Afghanistan war been going on? Don't tell me the Iraq war is done and Obama ended that. It's BS. We still got contractors there. People still dying. Anyways, I'm Paco, your host. We'll be back after the break. You're listening to Occupy the Media.